There is supposedly a hacker that's going to be releasing the full Epstein list soon, and a sudden hurricane sweeping over Florida, and a historic lodge at the Grand Canyon has been burned down due to severe wildfires. In today's video, we're going to be reacting to some of the more unusual and strange clips that I could find on TikTok. Let's get into it.
If you haven't changed your bedding in the last couple of days, then this is probably going to ruin your day. People are just finding out about this one thing and how often you should be doing this as well. Let me ask you when the last time was you changed your bedding, but not just that, the physical things like the pillows and the mattress. Comment down below and share with someone. A study conducted at the University of Leicester by Dr. Primrose Fleeston, she conducted that we should be washing our sheets and our pillowcases once a week minimum. Or if it's been really hot and you've sweat a lot or been ill, you should be changing it 2 to 3 times a week apparently. People didn't realise how bad this can be. It can lead to serious infections, and if you find yourself ill randomly and you haven't changed your bedding, that could be why. It was also conducted though that the build-up of dead skin cells and bacteria will increase your likelihood of things such as eczema, acne, itching and even asthma potentially. So you should be washing your sheets and your pillowcases etc. once per week minimum. You should also be replacing the actual things themselves after these sort of time frames. I bet some of you have pillows that look like this or are like 3, 4, 5 years old, but you should be replacing them between 1 to 3 years. And if it does look like this, you're in trouble because this can make you severely ill. Get this video about and I'll keep you posted on all the crazy stuff.
Now I personally do tend to keep my sheets changed, not so much my mattress. I'll keep that until it's no longer capable of being slept on.
The following footage was captured in a rural town in Mexico and left people wondering what was up in their sky, because it honestly does look like a face. Now, many people are claiming it's most likely a drone show, but we really have to ask ourselves, why would there be a drone show in a rural town where there's no need to have one? Take a look at this footage, comment below, tell me what you think this is.
Now I took a very brief moment to look for the original video that they were using here, and I could not find it. Just other people reacting to this clip that has no audio. I definitely do see the face, and honestly I cannot say what it could be other than possibly drones. It could have been in the middle of nowhere, but that doesn't mean that a drone show couldn't have been going down. So if you have any information on this, please let me know.
Man, hell no, I'm not giving Apple the right to listen and read into my brain. Apple applied for a patent that's going to listen to the listener's brain and be able to take that imagery and place it onto your phone. It's going to be able to place your desires are for music, movies, other products as well. This is not you listening to Apple. Apple's listening to you just like Amazon Alexa's listening to you. This thing is going to be taking all of your information, all of your thoughts, all of your emotions, and playing playlists based off of those emotions. Can you imagine a technology that can actually listen to everything that's in your head? How that could be negatively used against you? How it could be positively used for your lifestyle? As much as the pros sound great, the cons are way, way, way higher. And I think that this is a dangerous technology to be able to be put into production. What do you think? Would you allow this in your home? Would you allow it to be used with your kids, with you, with a family member? What are your thoughts? I think that this information could be hacked into way too easily and be used against the public. Put your comment in the comment section. I'd like to hear what you have to say. Lifetime Universe out.
I did look into this, and it is very true. Here it says that Apple has patented AirPods with EEG sensors that could monitor brain activity and potentially be used for various applications. That's actually kind of scary. It could be messing all kinds of things up.
I had AI decode this brand new crop circle, and it might hold 2 completely different meanings depending on how you look at it. Let me know if either one of these makes sense to you and which one you connect with. So this crop circle just appeared near Stonehenge. It was discovered on July 13th in Ludwell, Wiltshire. The formation shows a 5-pointed star flanked by 2 crescent shapes and small circles or orbs. At first glance, it closely resembles something called the triple moon symbol, which is a waxing, full, and waning moon, a sacred icon in Wicca tied to the divine feminine and lunar cycles. The pentagram in the center, well, that's long been seen as a symbol of balance, earth, air, fire, water, spirit. But if we flip the image 180 degrees, everything changes. Now the triple moon becomes inverted, breaking its association with nurturing or cyclical energy, and the pentagram points downwards. In esoteric and occult lore, an upside-down pentagram can represent the subversion of spirit, hidden forces, or even chaos. Some traditions interpret them as above, so below. You've probably heard that, which is a mirror between spiritual and physical planes. Is it a dual message? Is it a warning? Is it a balance of light and shadow? I mean, crop circles have often been found near ley lines, and with Stonehenge just miles from this one, it may have been placed there intentionally. So which version do you feel drawn to? The upright or the inverted? And what do you think it means? Let me know in the comments. Let's decode it.
I know a lot of people get upset when I try to debunk some of these things or make my own assumptions to whether it's a hoax or not, but I cannot just sit here and say that that's a UFO type made crop circle. It resembles the triple moon symbol way too much. It definitely had to have been man-made. I mean, honestly, I think most crop circles are man-made, but this one way too on the nose. But let me know what you guys think about this crop circle. Do you think it's man-made, or do you think it could be made by something else? Hey, if you haven't done so already and you're enjoying the show, give it a like. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. I upload a video like this every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. And for everyone that's watching, I want to thank you guys so much for supporting the channel.
People are freaking out after finding out they're allergic to doing it. There's been quite a few reports recently of people saying they found out they're allergic to it, and it's blowing people's minds right now. A lot of people of course have allergies, some rarer than others, but I bet you didn't know you could genuinely be allergic to doing it. However, it is also extremely rare and is down to one thing that's involved in the process, not the whole thing. So people are actually allergic to semen, normally down to proteins that's inside of the fluid. So it's more of an allergic reaction, and can also potentially be down to food that person's eaten, and then there's slight areas in there. So if you're allergic to peanuts, the person's eating peanuts and then you're eating that, not good. Experts have come out and warned of the warning signs and symptoms, which are essentially these things, as some of them can actually be quite serious. But it's very similar to someone who would just have any other allergy there is. You can get tested for it if you get a blood and skin allergy test, it will genuinely pick it up. A lot of people who have this and have had severe reactions, the only thing they can really do is avoid the substance. They're not coming into contact with it at all. So let me know your thoughts on this and I will keep you updated.
Have you guys ever heard of Skinny Bob?
Is it scary? It sounds scary.
It's a little spooky. Skinny Bob was this random video posted by this channel, Ivan0135. This video was posted 11 years ago. But in this video, it is supposedly a collection of videos from 1942 to 1969 of interviewing an alien. It's very mysterious. The crazy thing about this Ivan0135 dude never monetized the videos, never came out and said who it was. So you look at that and you think that does kind of look like it'd be CGI or something, right?
Yeah.
It's been tested by studios and it has not been discredited yet. They said the way that it was filmed, because it was filmed on like one of those old cameras, they said it was completely accurate with an old camera. The theories are that it was a real government film. Some believe that it's connected to the Majestic 12 group. That's basically what we would call like the Men in Black now.
Okay.
But it's a group of like different
Division of that CIA.
government. Yeah.
That just focuses on that.
Some believe that it was actually from the KGB too. No one's taking credit for it either.
Yeah, you think someone would, but maybe
Yeah.
that was the whole thing. It's like, I can't put my name on this, but I can put it out.
It's insane.
You giving hugs?
Watch closely.
Grammy.
Did you see it? Watch again. As a dark figure appears to dash by the camera, which Amanda isn't even aware of until she shares the video with her husband, who's on his way to work.
I'm Amanda Slaughter, and this is my video. You giving hugs? I was like, okay, this is kind of cute. I'm gonna send the video to my husband. He calls me literally not even a minute after I sent it and said, what are you doing? And I said, just folding laundry. Why? Did you see the video? He said, yeah, I need you to sit down and rewatch that video. I'm on my way home. Mind you, he had just left for work. You giving hugs? Grammy. I watched this video and I'm screaming, I'm crying, and I'm like, I'm not staying here tonight. I was like, I'm going to stand outside until James, my husband, gets home.
Even more telling and disturbing. Prior to this, Amanda had been feeling a presence in the house.
A couple days after my mom passed away, I was getting really, really, really weird, vibes. Whenever I was laying in bed at night sleeping or trying to sleep, I had my fan on and I would wake up really hot in the middle of the night and I would feel like somebody was standing in front of my bedroom fan right next to me because I would feel no airflow. Be like, babe, move. And I'd be like, oh crap, he's in bed. That wasn't him.
First of all, Slaughter is a brutal last name. And second, at first I thought that was definitely like a cat or another kid that ran by. But according to these people, this is just it. No other kids, no one else in the house. I really wonder what that could have been if this is not a hoax. I don't know what it could have been. If it was not another person or an animal, definitely could have been a ghost. Let me know what you guys think in the comments on this one.
There, look! Where? Behind that tree there, do you see it? There, look! Where? Moving! Where? Now, what was that?
After reviewing the video a number of times and by slowing it down, it becomes rather apparent that there is indeed some sort of a tall, hairy creature walking around in the woods that certainly does bear striking resemblance to that of Bigfoot. Of course, seeing as how Bigfoot is still a myth, this cannot be proven, but the entity seen in this video definitely does share some similarities in terms of appearance to the folkloric legend. So what do you think? Was this genuine footage of Bigfoot captured in the middle of the day? Is this some other animal that happens to look similar? Or is this a big setup? Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments.
I'm gonna go with a big setup on this one. I do not think that was a bear walking. It was way too slender looking, and the head kind of looked like a Chewbacca head.
A wildfire has destroyed the Grand Canyon Lodge, a National Historic Landmark that was nearly a century old. On Sunday, the National Park Service said that the Dragon Bravo fire in the north rim of the Grand Canyon showed extreme and volatile behavior, resulting in a 500-acre expansion. Wind gusts were up to 40 miles per hour, and dozens of structures were destroyed, including Park Service facilities. The Grand Canyon Lodge was among those buildings destroyed. It was built in 1928 from limestone that was pulled from the canyon walls, and it's the only lodge in the north rim of the Grand Canyon. It was nearly destroyed by a kitchen fire in 1932, but it was rebuilt with the original stonework 4 years later. The fire has grown to about 5,700 acres as of July 14th, and among the buildings destroyed was a water treatment facility, causing a chlorine gas leak. Firefighters had to evacuate from critical zones because of the chlorine gas, which can cause breathing and other health issues. This gas is also heavier in the air, meaning it can settle in a lower elevation like the inner canyon. No injuries or loss of life have been reported, and this fire, as well as the nearby White Sage fire, were both started by lightning. The Dragon Bravo fire started on July 4th, and while firefighters have made significant efforts in slowing it down, the situation isn't over yet. Arizona lost more than a historic lodge, Senator Ruben Gallego said. It lost a piece of our state history.
That's a shame. It almost seems like that little lodge was determined to burn down though. And you would think if it was made out of limestone, it would last a little longer, because I thought limestone was fire resistant. Okay, I looked it up. Limestone is fire resistant, or considered to be fire resistant, but it does disintegrate at extremely high temperatures. So if it decomposed, that means that fire had to be at least 1500 degrees, according to this article. At least no one has lost their life due to this fire, and hopefully it stays that way.
Is Houska Castle really a portal to hell? The people who built it weren't trying to keep something out. They were trying to keep something in. Most castles were built to defend from outsiders, but Houska Castle in the Czech Republic was built in the middle of nowhere. There's not a water source, there's not strategic value, no easy access, yet it was heavily protected against attack. And people believe this is because it was built on top of a massive hole in the ground. A bottomless pit that locals believed led straight to hell. And the goal wasn't to protect the land, it was to trap whatever was inside. When the hole was first discovered, prisoners were offered pardons if they agreed to be lowered inside. The first volunteer lasted seconds before screaming to be pulled out. And the really creepy thing is that when they got him up, he was reportedly aged beyond recognition. His hair had turned white, he was rambling about creatures with bat-like wings crawling up the walls, and that's when people started to refer to it as the gateway to hell. Even creepier is that the castle's chapel is built directly over that hole, almost like it's a seal. And the windows are fake, it's just stone painted to look like windows. There was never any intention of anyone actually living here. It was a containment zone, not a home. Visitors over the years have reported seeing black figures walking the walls, hearing screams from the pit below, and seeing winged creatures flying overhead. There have also been reports of animal mutilations nearby, but no signs of predators. Honestly, I think they were trying to contain something that they didn't understand. And what creeps me out the most is that this pit is still there. Houska Castle is literally open to visitors. Would you stand over the gateway to hell and look down? I just posted a new video going through a serial killer victim's diary.
It sounds like something for Nosferatu. And honestly, yeah, I would love to go there. If they would let me, I would just take a drone down that well, or a camera on a rope or something. Let me explore it, please. As long as I don't have to crawl in any tight spaces, I'm good. But let me know in the comments, would this be a place that you would be willing to go to, or is this something that you're familiar with and you've been? I always find people's stories really interesting on places that they've been, especially like this. So if you have, please let me know.
So the Majestic 12, so I looked into that a little bit more. The Majestic 12 is a top secret U.S. government committee formed in 1947 by President Harry Truman to investigate and manage everything related to extraterrestrial contact, especially after the Roswell incident. It was comprised of 12 members, top military, scientists, intelligence officers. And the way that they found out about this Majestic 12 group, supposedly, was in 1984, a roll of 35mm film was mysteriously mailed to a UFO researcher, Jamie Shindira. When developed, it revealed top secret documents allegedly briefing President Eisenhower, details about the formation of MJ-12, mentions of alien bodies recovered, crash saucers, and cover-up operations.
Spooky.
You want to hear some of the supposed members of this Majestic 12?
Yes, please.
One of them is Vannevar Bush, a guy named Roscoe, who's the first CIA director, General Nathan Twining, Air Force, Dr. Donald Menzel, astronomer, possible NSA liaison, and then it says several high-level military and scientific personnel tied to the Manhattan Project.
Ooh. Remind me, what's the Manhattan Project?
The bomb. Oppenheimer.
Oh.
Which would be why they showed up.
Dude, this is super crazy.
Y'all, how am I in Florida and I am just now hearing that there is a possible Category 3 hurricane in our way? This hurricane needs to move out the way. Y'all, it was just sunny in Florida. I went back inside my house, came back out, and then I came across this. Lightning, thunder galore. I'm talking about these things were literally breaking all kinds of sound decibels, literally. It is pouring cats and dogs outside of my house right now, as you can clearly see. And then I go on TikTok and I hear that there is a tropical storm called Idalia, or Ideal, whatever it's called. It's heading for Florida. What you're looking at over here, y'all, this is not part of the hurricane at all. I don't know where this thing came from. The hurricane is down here. The hurricane is somewhere down here. I don't know where this thing manifested itself out of thin air, y'all. I didn't even get to see the clouds roll in. All I heard was thunder, thunder, clap, clap. That's literally all I heard. And I went outside and I see the wind blowing chairs and everything. So apparently people in Florida, on the west coast of Florida, around here again, Tampa, Fort Myers, St. Petersburg, they are in trouble. I know we just had that massive coronal hole that's been on the sun face towards us. And whenever that happens, that puts out earthquake signals and also unpredictable type of weather like this. But yes, y'all, Florida, be on the lookout, because that Category 3, that's not looking pretty, man. But let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. The shift is here. Let's get it.
Well, for the people in Florida, please be careful out there. Sudden hurricanes or sudden storms like that are never fun. We've had a few here in South Carolina recently. Spontaneous tornado warnings and all. And it really does come out of nowhere. It'll be so nice outside, and then the next thing you know, it is dark, it's raining, it's windy. It just comes out of nowhere.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review.
So Trump's base is now outraged because, as you saw in that video, Trump's attorney general said it's on my desk after being asked a question about the Epstein client list. And now Trump's own DOJ and FBI are saying that that list doesn't exist. With that said, I think a lot of influencers are just feeding people rage bait and saying whatever they think will go viral, whatever they think is popular to say. And I wanted to provide a more balanced view on what I think is going on here. Now, is the outrage justified? I feel like people are leaving out the latter part of that clip, and I want to show you guys and see what you guys think.
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. I'm reviewing that. I'm reviewing JFK files, MLK files.
So she mentioned the JFK files, the MLK files. So the defense here is basically that she answered too quickly. She was talking more broadly about Epstein files being on her desk. She wasn't specifically referring to a client list. Now, we do have flight logs. We do have information from Epstein's Black Book, but neither of these constitute a comprehensive list of everybody who Epstein was criminally involved with. But the likelihood that a mastermind criminal like Epstein would even keep such a list of everybody in one place who was literally doing crime with him is highly unlikely. And if there was such a list, the first person to release it would go down in history as a legend. So I don't think it could be kept secret if it did exist. Another point of concern is that the video that's supposed to prove that Epstein did indeed commit suicide is missing 1 minute. The explanation being given is that every night the video is reset and every night has the same minute missing. Given that the missing minute is from roughly 11:59 to 12 a.m., it does seem likely that this could just be due to a system process. With all of that said, it's possible that there's a cover-up going on here, but it's also possible that we faked the moon landing, and I don't say that condescendingly. I think it's healthy to be skeptical of your government, but I don't think it's healthy to be outraged and to call for people to be fired or to resign without credible, substantial evidence. And I don't think that there's enough credible, substantial evidence behind all these Epstein conspiracy theories that are flying around for people to be as outraged as they are.
So have you seen anything that you said, oh my gosh?
Not yet.
Man, let me tell you, I am extremely upset about the Epstein files. To my understanding, and like this guy said, I could have been misunderstanding, but to my understanding and through the internet and everyone else's understanding, there was a client list. To finally come out and say that there's not a client list is kind of crazy. And also, you want to say, oh, we're not going to release this evidence because it's just this copious amounts of child pornography and that doesn't need to be viewed by the public. I agree 100%, but that's not what the public is asking for. People are asking who were a part of these crimes, and it just seems like that's not getting resolved. You cannot say that there's a client list and then 3 years later say that there isn't and expect people to just act as if there wasn't one this whole time. That just seems really shady. And honestly, really sad for the victims as well that were a part of this, because there's no justice. And if there's people in power that are ruling over states or countries, and people are paying tax dollars to them and basically treating them like kings and queens for them committing crimes, is just bizarre and extraordinarily corrupt, almost in your face corrupt. At least that's how I see it. I'm really hopeful that there's going to be more that comes out of this, but we'll see, and I kind of have a feeling there's not going to be. I think that this is the end of all. But again, we'll see. There is reports that a hacker is supposedly releasing the full list, but again, that's just supposed.
Kamala Harris hacker just released the full Epstein list. Tweet is going viral. Look at this. A rogue hacker known only as Island Boy breached a protected internal media server and released the full Epstein list. Holy cow. And people in the comment section are actually questioning if this is true. Somebody said, where is this list? ? And yeah, I guess the list isn't out yet, but it's coming soon. Another person said, where did Island Boy release the list? ? Has anyone fact checked this ? But yeah, I'm pretty sure the list is coming out soon because a hacker just leaked it. It's going viral. Like, you could literally look around everywhere. Everyone's talking about it. Here's a prediction. Somebody said, here's the list. And you guys can see all the names on this list. We've got Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, George Clooney, and now guys, this is just a prediction list. This is not actually real. But yeah, the list is coming out soon. Give me your guys' thoughts in the comment section about this, or what? Are you guys kind of like scared to see what's on the list, or do you guys want to know right now? Give me your guys' thoughts.
I am for one not at all afraid to see what's on the list. My only problem with believing in this is 3 things. 1, this could be real, but the problem with that is it will immediately get discredited by any governed forces because it was just posted by some hacker online. 2, it could be fake. This person that's supposedly a hacker could be faking this list and it's not a real list. Or 3, there just won't ever be a list because as far as I can tell right now, no list has popped up. It's just people talking about this supposed hacker releasing it. But like I said, I really hope that something does come to light of this so that the victims can be justified and that people in power could possibly be removed from that position that just doesn't need to be there. But overall, to me, it is a shame that this came out this way. And let me know what you guys think about it. If you have any theories, conspiracies about this whole Epstein list, let me know in the comments. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end today's video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching these clips with me. And with that being said, have a good day.